Instead of entangled with the half-truths of girls' linguistic cues, it is better to calm down and judge the girl's attitude towards yourself through some details when getting along. 1. Like to chat with you, and like you as a person, are two concepts. How do you know if a girl likes you? Asking directly is awkward and difficult for both of you. You would put her on the defensive, and she's more likely to respond badly. In the eyes of most girls, taking the lead in expressing her attitude will make her feel underestimated in her relationship. A girl who is willing to talk to you can only prove that by chatting with you, she can get what she wants but others cannot provide. For example, your professional knowledge, your social resources, money, contacts, inside information, and the pleasant experience brought by your conversation. The girl will take the trouble to meet her professional teacher for the content of the final exam. Under this circumstance, professional teachers do have attraction to girls, but this attraction is far from reaching the level of establishing a romantic relationship. In this case, if you make a judgment that she likes me, or even push the relationship blindly, the result will not only be bad, but will also make girls alienate you. 2. What behavior means girls are interested in you? Although women are accustomed to playing the passive and implicit party in romantic relationships, liking means liking, and interest means being interested. The language may be concealed, but some inadvertent details will still reveal her attitude towards you. Considering that some people are not even sure whether girls have a boyfriend or not, this is also a dilemma for many boys. They cannot guess the true intentions of girls through their mobile phones. So let's talk about some signals that girls are interested in you. Invest in the topic. It doesn't matter how much you talk to girls, but how deep you talk is. If a girl is not interested in you, she will be more defensive when you chat, and she is unwilling to actively engage in your topic. If you say something more private and she also actively talks about her life, this can be regarded as an indicator of interest. Because only when you face people you are interested in, you will want to reveal more private information. Don't think that the topic of, like to eat dessert, is very superficial. It is the sharing of life bit by bit that can better discover the common ground and draw the distance between each other. Imitate your words and actions. When you stay in a company for a long time, you will find that subordinates will consciously or unconsciously imitate the boss's idioms, work styles, and even small actions. This is not only to please the boss, but also because people subconsciously imitate the better. When a girl has a good impression of you, your image will be gilded in her heart. For such an excellent you, she will consciously or unconsciously realize the idea of imitating, learning, and even pleasing. A girl will imitate your words when chatting, and imitate your movements and body when meeting. These are the manifestations of her mentally getting closer to you. Jokes. Remember when you were a kid? When you are interested in a little girl, you will always look for her, poke her, deliberately annoy her, and make her chase you. Even after reaching adulthood, they still tease the objects they care about. In fact, for girls, this kind of trick tease is actually a way to test a man's attitude. If you can comprehend the girl's meaning and continue to play along with her teasing, the relationship between the two will quickly improve. If you interpret this kind of teasing as looking down on me and reacting indifferently, then girls will think you are incomprehensible and stop flirting with you. Of course, the purpose of this trick is to get boys closer to themselves, not to keep boys away from themselves. So if a girl makes fun of you on something you can't change, if your height, your income, your principal is a problem, it proves that the girl is not flirting with you, she just looks at you unpleasantly. Take the initiative to approach you. The distance between two people's bodies is actually a reflection of your intimacy. If a woman approaches you intentionally or unintentionally, it is likely that she is interested in you and tempts you to approach her too. Approaching does not necessarily mean approaching. Her upper body tilts toward you, her knees face you, etc., which are all signs of approaching you. Body posture. When she wants to communicate with you, her body language is much more open. For example, her body is facing you, her arms are relaxed, or her feet are cushioned. These small movements show that she is interested in you. Eye contact. Eye contact is an important form of human communication. Repeated, long-term eye contact mainly conveys two meanings: interest or hostility. The latter is called glaring with anger, which no one can't tell. So how to judge her interest index based on her eyes? Scenario 1, after looking at you, her gaze shifted, but a few seconds later, she looked at you again, which shows that she is interested in you. Scenario 2, after one glance, she didn't see it a second time, then she was not interested in you. Don't be afraid of not catching the information from her eyes, because once a woman becomes interested in you, she will constantly use her eyes to convey her intentions. 3. What behavior means that girls are not interested in you? Mention she has a boyfriend more than once. I have a boyfriend. If a girl tells you this, it does not rule out that she is deliberately setting up obstacles for you. But if a girl mentions her boyfriend more than once, but also mentions specific details, such as, "My boyfriend will take me home later, this is from my boyfriend," so even if the girl is single, it is enough to show that the girl is not interested in you, and does not want you to continue chasing her. She doesn't pay attention to what you say and doesn't respond positively. Out of politeness and reservedness, most girls will not actively refuse the invitation of boys to chat. But if you and your topic do not arouse her interest, then her response will become dull. "Oh, is it? Really? Haha." Her expression and body language have not changed. This shows that the content of your chat cannot arouse her interest, so that she is very bored and thinking about how to end the conversation as soon as possible. 4. What behaviors are false signals? From an evolutionary perspective, women are born to attract men through disguised signals. A woman with rich social experience knows how to use her beauty to confuse men and make them fall under her pomegranate skirt. Interested in you but not interested in you. If a girl talks to you frequently, the response time is short, and her speech gesture is also very low. This does mean that the girl is trying to please you. Every time the boys want to talk about their hobbies, living habits, and local customs, girls immediately become perfunctory and even leave with excuses. If a girl always avoids private life topic when chatting with you, it can basically be concluded that the girl is not interested in you. Will chat with you, but not you. This is a dilemma that some talkative boys often encounter. Girls often go to them to chat, to get rid of troubles, and to talk to them about all kinds of concerns. He knows the secrets of every female friend, some of which are not even known to their boyfriends. But unfortunately, every time he tries to talk to a girl about himself, and tries to open up to the girl would immediately interrupt and continue the topic. This behavior shows that girls like to chat with you, but they don't like to give you feedback, and they don't like to talk about you. Your attraction to her is far from enough to make her interested. They will only come to you when they need you. Lack of understanding. The best way to distinguish between true and false signals is to confirm the tacit understanding. For example, ask her to help with something, let her play a game with you, and see if she is willing to engage in the tacit understanding, and whether she is really willing to further participate in the interaction between you two. If she is not engaged in tacit understanding, or the degree of commitment is not high, then the previous signal can be regarded as a false signal, which means you need to consider whether to change to a girl who accepts you more easily, or establish effective attraction to the girl before the girl runs out of patience with you.